global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happiness Today. The issue of insecurity in South is getting very worrisome. Just some days back, UGM had replied to Governor Soludo telling him to get ready, not just him, but the lawmakers in Anambra State. But right now, it's the chairman of Southeastern Governors Forum talking, and he has a lot to say. In fact, he actually talked about the issue of insecurity in Southeast and who to lay the blames on. Talking about bandits, I never knew that we have Igbo bandits. In a moment, you're going to find out where those words were generated from and why. But before we do that, like you subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You will see bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, according to David Umahi, the Ebonyi State Governor, David Umahi has identified UGM terrorizing Southeast Nigeria and killing people as those who hail from the region and not outsiders. Some Southeasterners and indigenous people of Biafra IPOB have accused some governors in the region of sponsoring outsiders to terrorize the Southeast. But while answering questions regarding the identities of these guys on China's television Sunday's Politics, Umahi said the atrocities committed in the region were largely carried out by youth from their region, youth from there. He said, and I quote, "People tend to be funny at times when they say that we have been invaded by outsiders, but it's not true. We have people from other regions that are in Southeast. There's no tribe that doesn't have criminality. I wouldn't say some of these people from other tribes don't engage in criminality. While what I call bandits are people that engage in violence, and they are our people, Southeast people. The youths, some of them are in this category, bandits. So when you people say insecurity in Southeast is being imported, I do not buy that. Because I'm a governor, I do security reports. We have arrested a number of these people, and it should be that they are about 5 or 14% of those outside the Southeast. If we have 90% of our youth engaging in these things, you cannot say Southeast is being infiltrated." He also said, "We engaged with some of the bandits. We made contact with some of them. We had to say, what is your problem?" He asked, "If it is infrastructure, we have done that. If it is job creation, we have addressed that through direct labor. The bandits are angry because the lack of what to do. The bandits are angry about the lack of what to do. And we said to them that if your only trouble is that you don't have formal education, there is no job for you to do. We put them together and said, if you will stop attacks on our strategic infrastructure, killing of our people, and attack on security agencies, we can rehabilitate you." So we have rehabilitated a number of them, which means we have something like bandit in Southeast. We know of bandits in the Northwest. We know of bandits in the North, where the likes of Sheikh Guma said they don't like that name bandit. All right, they also don't like that name terrorists that they're listening. But then David Umahi, the governor from Ebonyi State, is saying, look, that name bandit is not synonymous only to the northerners. It's those who are known to, perpetrate violence. And he's saying in very certain terms that majority, about 90% of those persons caught in the act of violence and insecurity in Southeast are actually from that same state, from that same region. So which means by default, based on what Governor David Umahi has said, they are not imported. They are predominantly in that region. The some persons have the opinion that some of them have been living there for years, to know the terrain, and hence can speak the language. Well, Governor David Umahi is making bold statement, countering that statement, saying that he is into security report because, hey, let's be truthful to ourselves, he is the chief security officer. So when he says that there's something not adding up, or there's some information he has, classified information he has that most public or most people in the public space does not have, then you may need to give it to him that he knows what he's saying. Because some of those insecurity that's going on, they would have sent in the security personnel to go ahead and do private investigation. Upon the findings of the investigation, the first point of call will always have to be the chief security officer of that state, which is the governor. On seeing the report that, look, yes, we maybe have one or two persons, we may have one or two persons outside the state or outside the country or outside the region, but in all, it's predominantly the people committing this. I guess also, and that brings us to the picture of those who of the security personnel insisting that the locals are not giving them information of UGM and their atrocities, and that gives an idea then that this UGM, they're not actually UGM, they're GM, they're known, but maybe for whatever reasons the people have decided not to, identify them. That's to tell you also that to take everyone involved in this matter by virtue of location, by virtue of association, by virtue of being born in Southeast, or by virtue of naturalization or naturalization, then this issue of insecurity in Southeast and in Nigeria as a whole needs to be tackled. Let's feel the pulse of Nigerians very quickly. Somebody is saying, "Oh, louder, Dr. David Umahi." Wow. And the person here is saying, "This very annoying animal should continue taking sides with invaders or for political patronage." Who is the called animal? Please, I'll take that again. This person here is saying, he knows more than us. I want to urge the good people, the good Igbo men and women to come out and defend their motherland. Oh. Don't allow these cutthroats to destabilize your land. Evil prevails when good people become bystanders to history. That's quite deep. Another person is saying, the governor is right. IPOB are the people behind all this. I, 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 I still find it difficult to believe. I may be wrong, but I believe that this is political. I believe that we're in political arena. We're in political situation right now. Events are more political than you think. So I feel that this is more political than agitational. Some of them you see people being kidnapped, killed, and all that. What has that got to do with agitation? I could be wrong, I stand to be corrected, but I feel that this is more of opposition at targeting one another and taking advantage of the fact that there's insecurity going on in Southeast and labeling the name on IPOB. Then I stand to be corrected. I could be wrong, just my personal opinion. This person here is saying, honestly, why are the larger Igbo population not seeing the truth from David Umahi perspective, but prefer to call him a saboteur? What has Father Ejike Umbaka and other so-called men of God not condemning the act of these guys? They rather point fingers to Russia, blaming Putin for what is happening in Southeast. Wait for Dr. Gume to help you Southeastern negotiate with IPB Igbo issues. This is serious. Alright, but let's meet in the comment section. A lot of people are really talking. What's your